Hello, my friends. In the previous lesson, we created our first component from scratch to display it on our web page. In this lesson, you will have a look at a different concept called JSX. So let's get started. What is JSX? It's a way of declaring variables in React. Take it like that. It's a way of declaring variables in React. Point 2 is a way of writing JavaScript in HTML. Guys, remember, component always return HTML called React element. Okay, so if you want to make some logic in your code, how can you do it? So let's see how this thing works. Okay, so let's go back to our React application we were working on previous lesson, like the app component here. Okay, so remember, when we are creating normal functions, so let me scroll down here and show you what is a normal functions I'm talking about here. In JavaScript, let's create a function, right, that just say hello, right? So let's say const say hello. My arrow function, like that. So remember the syntax is almost the same as what? Creating with add component. And here I can declare a variable called here const and say message. Okay, and equal to how are you? Exactly. And I can return what? Message. Like so. So as you can see how function is, we can declare a variable here, but in a normal function we cannot return HTML here like this. It will give you or throw an error. Okay, but in React it's possible. Okay, good. So if it's possible, how can we embed JavaScript inside HTML? It looks weird, right? So let's return message here. I just want to make you some scenario here. Good. Now this logic is correct here. We have declared a variable inside our function. That is how for this one in React is called what? JSX. Right? But in normal JavaScript it's called what? Declaring what? Variables. That is why I said JSX in React is the same as what? Variables in JavaScript. So take it like that. So let me delete all these ones. So here comes in. So for example, if I want to return or just return some value, for example, if I say const sum equal to 5 plus 5, which is 10, right? So if I want to make the same thing here, I cannot make it here like so. Const, let's say const sum equal to 5 plus 5. Okay, this syntax, React will never know how to render this. It will give you the same thing. So let's go to the page and see what I'm talking about. As we see 5 plus 5. React doesn't know how to work with this kind of syntax, right? So to be able to write JavaScript inside HTML, we have to make use of JSX. Okay, so for this nature, if you want to embed or write something inside HTML, we use what is called curly braces. And in here, you can write any expression in JavaScript. I mean expression, a statement that yield an answer, right? A value, let me begin that way. So its expression here can be, so for now, let's stick to this. I want to embed, so let me delete this one here and then write sum here. My expectation here is to have 5 plus 5, which is 10. Go back, you give me sum. So to be able to embed this JavaScript inside HTML, make use of JSX, which is like this, sum, like so. And then go back, we see we have 10 here. Excellent, as we are talking about. Good. So in React, you are not going to write a syntax for JSX, okay, but a way somebody or the person, let me put it that way, which helped us to write JavaScript in HTML is what? JSX. So JSX is help us to what? Write an expression inside our HTML. And you can write JavaScript inside what? HTML. Okay, so guys, that is how JSX works. Don't expect what kind of syntax is JSX or whatever. A way of what? Writing or creating variables. And this is possible because of JSX.